Right, I should probably update you on the long stage while it's still relatively fresh in the memory and not quite as painful as it was a few hours ago. Today's the rest day, and it's very well deserved rest day because yesterday we ran 86 kilometers through so much sand. It was unbelievable. I mean, we faced dunes on most days, every day, varying quantities of them, quite a lot of them. And just, sandy plains, and it just makes things so much harder. But yesterday, the long day, they decided to combine it with a ridiculous amount of dunes. I'm talking like, it was happening throughout the day. There was probably more sand than non-sand. In fact, yeah, definitely was more sand than non-sand. And one stretch in the middle, from about 46 kilometers until 66 kilometers was about 20 kilometers of pretty much constant dunes, which very slow work, slow progress.
Last runner is arriving in 20 minutes.
Cool. Last runner arriving in 20 minutes. That's pretty harsh. What's the time now? Is it 5ish now?
5:30.
5:30. So they started at 8:30 yesterday morning. Yeah, they started at 8:30 yesterday morning, and they're just finishing now at 5:30.
So we're like, what, 33 hours?
33 hours. That's crazy. Yeah, I decided I was going to try and push it yesterday, and went off hard from the start just because it was nice and cool. So went hard off the start, which was quite good actually, because the first probably 17 odd kilometers there was some quite nice waddies. Is it waddies? Yeah, waddies. Dry riverbeds that are actually quite nice to run on. But then the sand started. So I got into quite a nice position, and also because the top 50 were going later, kind of found myself pretty close towards the front of the pack with Graham. Actually, me and Graham were around the same sort of area for most of the day. And then the sands came, and I was so grateful for my poles. My poles were an absolute lifesaver. It's funny, like no one around my position is using poles, which is crazy, really, because it makes a huge difference. Not just in the sand, but also when you've been going for ages. It's just an extra 2 limbs pushing you along. It's absolutely brilliant. And I'm kind of used to running with them now, so that's super cool. But then, as always happens, definitely I'm finding out on these longer runs that you go through bad patches, and I had a terrible patch at 46 kilometers. I'd honestly lost everything, and decided it was a time to rock out music for the first time. So I put headphones on, I took a bit of caffeine, and had a Cliff Bar, and just got moving, and things really picked up. I just felt amazing listening to music. It was really emotional actually. I just totally lost it, really. I was just kind of sobbing dry tears as I was kind of listening to these stupid metal songs. Not just stupid metal songs, actually, the best 40 of the best tracks ever recorded. And yeah, kind of, I felt like I'd lost a lot of paces, and then I felt like I was gaining them back up again, which is really cool. But yeah, towards the end of the day, it started to get dark, and it got ridiculously painful. I don't think I've ever pushed myself as hard at anything. I've never done anything so hard. It was just horrific. And the sand just never stopped, even at the end there. But very, very happy to cross that line. The last, because in the complete darkness, and I was completely on my own, with the occasional top 50 coming past me. That last stretch just took forever. You could actually see the finish line from about, I think it was about 3.5 kilometers away, and that's the longest 3.5 kilometers I've ever run. Just did not get any closer. It was just there in the distance, just there. Thankfully, I was kind of aware on my watch that it was still that far away, because if I wasn't tracking that, then you'd just keep thinking that you were really close to it. But then crossing the line, although I've never pushed myself that far hard before, I've never felt like I have done when I came over. I was actually dying. I just didn't know what to do with myself. I couldn't stand up, I couldn't sit down, I couldn't lie down, I couldn't do anything. My body was kind of in shutdown, I think. Everything ate. my feet are in bits. Blisters are pretty bad, and those first few hours after I came in were just horrible and uncomfortable. You know, just relaxing wasn't any better than being out there. It was, yeah, my body was in a mess. But you know, it's got better as the day's gone on today. Walking is terrible. You know, I'm just hobbling around. Honestly don't know how I'm going to run tomorrow. And I've got a marathon to run tomorrow. But the amazing thing about yesterday is that I came 92nd, I think, yesterday, which puts me in 96th overall, which is ridiculous. I could never have hoped to be anywhere near the top 100, really. My target was top 200 coming into this. So I'm super chuffed by that, but it also means that I feel like I should try and hold on to it now, going in tomorrow. Which I think is possible. It's only 2 of the days that I've got inside the top 100, so it's not going to be easy. But I think also another quite positive thing is the actual 100th place is 20 minutes behind me currently, so I could even lose 20 minutes, and potentially still be there. But then there'll also be oh. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. It's nice. Rubbish collection. That's nice. So that's it. Tomorrow is the last day. It's the marathon, which is actually the second longest day. So, although it's, you know, less than half the distance of yesterday, it is no mean feat. And we can already see where the start line is, and it goes straight into 1.7 kilometers of dunes, which might not sound very long, but believe me, it's a long way. But as I found out, I think dunes are actually suiting me. If I'm thinking about position, dunes are suiting me, as horrible as they are, just because the advantage I have with poles with dunes is high. I've got powder baskets on my poles, which you just trek through them using less energy and probably moving a little bit quicker than most. So good times. Fingers crossed for tomorrow.